So I guess Billie Eilish had some time today. She called out most of hip-hop, stating that most of the rappers in hip-hop today lie about most of the stuff that they have in their music, which is a solid point. But let's check out the quote that she said. Just because the story isn't real doesn't mean it can't be important. There's a difference between lying in a song and writing a story. There are tons of songs where people are just lying. There's a lot of that in rap right now from people that I know who rap. It's like, I got my AK-47 and I'm fucking. And I'm like, what? You don't have a gun. And all my bitches, I'm like, what bitches? That's posturing, and that's not what I'm doing. So a lot of people are actually giving Billie Eilish a lot of backlash just because like she is sort of on the outside looking in when it comes to the hip-hop culture. I guess people are giving her backlash because they feel like she's appropriating a culture that she's also criticizing. But does she really lie? That's the thing. Like, I don't really care who the messenger is. I just want to know what the message was and if it's factual. Most rappers aren't about that life. Like why is that such news to everybody? Like, fucking duh. Remember when Lil Tecca did the Genius interview where he was basically debunking his own bars, saying that he ain't really about that life? That boy is 16 years old. Of course he's lying in his raps. Who, you know what I mean? Like, he's still in high school. Y'all remember when this nigga got outed as British? Come on, bro. When 21 Savage got outed as British, that broke the internet. What's that smell? That smelly smell that smells. I smell cap. It's not necessarily a bad thing that rappers aren't about that life. If I'm being completely honest, I want my rappers to lie. Most often, rappers who are really about that life don't really survive in the rap industry. Like, let's look at all the examples of rappers who are really about it or involved in some kind of gang or street life. They don't really pan out in hip-hop. That's just how it is. Rap is an art, first and foremost. Yes, it's about telling a story and painting a picture, but it's definitely art. And what is art? It's an embellishment of life. If rappers embellish, I think that's perfectly okay with me. Or telling a story that they no longer live is even better. But at the same time, I feel like the real will point out the fake. Real recognize real, but real also recognize fake. But at the same time, I want my rappers to stay in the rap game and continue to make money. So lie all the time. Lie in your raps, bro. Just be a little real. You know what I mean? Just embellish a little. You're allowed to embellish in raps, but be a little real. You know what I mean? Don't do a full 180 of who you really are, because then you won't last either. This is a classic case of the messenger being the problem rather than the message itself. Like, if it was somebody well respected in the rap game saying this, I feel like it wouldn't be as big of news. It won't be as much of a controversy. But since it's Billie Eilish, it's going to be pointed out in that such way. Like, they're not even going at what she's saying anymore. They're just going at, hey, you're attacking a culture that you kind of appropriated. Now, she makes totally different music than hip-hop. So I think we shouldn't be going as hard on her as some of the other ones, like Miley Cyrus. Like, Miley Cyrus made hip-hop music. Billie Eilish's kind of aesthetic is hip-hop inspired, which is totally fine. But is she lying, though?
Well, why you boring me? I'm right.